When you're building curriculum, you always have these great ideas, but it's really great to ground them in a standard because you're like, wait, what are the students supposed to be doing? Ultimately, what is the objective? What do I want them to get out of this?
The goal of LDC is to create highly rigorous, standards-aligned tasks for students. By having teachers incorporate the language of the standards into the prompt, we help ensure that they're actually creating tasks that meet the demands of the standards and that they're actually teaching to those standards and providing instruction that supports the acquisition of those specific skills.
The focus clusters are those standards that you are really focusing in on. So if you were to plan a lesson or a unit and you had 10 standards that you could really touch on in your entire unit, those focus standards are the ones, the 2 or 3 standards that you're really lasering in on with your students.
Choosing the cluster and the standards, that's been a game changer because I've been thinking about planning with the standards. I've done it before, but not in this very specific way.
Sometimes the teachers think they need to address everything in a performance test, but I think going in deeper on one focus cluster is definitely more helpful.
So we are going to move on to coding tasks for the language of the standards. The idea with your focus standards is that you've got that 3-legged stool, and so those 3 legs hold up your task. And you want to make sure that those 3 standards are all working together to support what it is that you want students to do. You should have 2 highlighters. We'll give one color to one standard, one color to the other standard. You guys tell me, what's your process as you choose your focus standards?
We start at the standard and then build it from there, right?
You've been thinking about what skills you want to target, and then you try to pick the standards that tie into those skills. I know that my girls always struggle with analysis, so I try to incorporate that into different performance tasks.
I would tell someone who's never done this before, the reason why focusing on standards and doing clusters helps is because it's very easy to see in your assessment where kids are. It keeps it very focused. We're not guessing. And if there's a way to help students master the standards for grade level, I think this is great.
It could be a really daunting task in September to look down the pipe and see, I have to plan a whole curriculum, I have to figure out 180 days of lessons, where do I even start, where do I end? So to kind of have that guideline where you start with the standards, that really helps frame my mind as a new teacher to understand what I'm focusing on, how I can get to that end point, and really connecting all the dots.